I am a natural resources specialist and a park ranger with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. I've been with the Corps of Engineers for about 11 years now, and I started out in Baltimore District at Tioga, Hammond, and Cowanesque Lakes.
All right, well, this is a sign that we've had out here for a couple years that details some of the work that's going on in what we call the Back 40. Some habitat restoration for butterfly habitat, bird habitat, and up until about 2 weeks ago, without the work of these folks with the BOCES class, you couldn't even see this field from here. And as you're going to be able to see, it's quite opened up now. We've actually doubled pretty much the amount of space that we've had in this field, gotten rid of some invasive species, autumn olive, honeysuckle, and we're going to be working on today getting rid of some tree of heaven, hopefully, and do some tests on some control for that. So thanks to our BOCES class here and Mr. Doherty, we're actually getting this cleared up quite nicely, and it's a lot better than what we had. So now this sign kind of details some of the work for hikers that we have coming through the area.
As a park ranger and a natural resources specialist, I do things different almost every day. One day I may be giving a tour of the dam. The next day I may be out managing 40 acres of land for wildlife habitat. Other days I may have to do regulatory enforcement to enforce our Title 36 regulations. And might go back into work on a budget one day. So it's kind of neat. That's what's the best part about this job, is we do something different every day.
Just kind of quick on the safety briefing, guys. Everybody's got their hearing protect. Yep, everyone's got the hard hats pretty much, so we're good. You guys that are going to be sawing got chaps. That's awesome. Everybody's got gloves, right? Yeah. All right. Safety shoes on. That's great. Sounds good. Well, just it is a little damper out here today, so just be careful with slips, trips, and falls. Things like that. Also, obviously we're going to be using a chainsaw, so just watch for kickbacks and things. So when if you're going to be dragging some of the wood away, just make sure that you're not close to where they're sawing down. We'll have you guys clear out once the tree's ready to come down. So we're going to look at some of these trees over here. This is a tree of heaven. We're going to do a little bit of work of trying to cut some of that down and do some control on that.
Well, I just like to think of myself as an outdoorsman who's also a dedicated federal employee. I've kind of lived my whole life in the outdoors, enjoyed hiking, camping, and things like that, and I just was one of the lucky ones to get a job in this field, and I gain a lot of satisfaction that not only am I helping people, but I'm also helping our natural environment and the wildlife as well.
The property goes all the way to the gorge that way, and we're going to go over till pretty close to the Finger Lakes Trail. We're going to leave some of the shrubs in here. Wildlife like to have corridors. They also like to have little bunches of shrubs and things for habitat and to get away from predators and things like that. So we're not going to totally eliminate it, but we're going to get it to the point where we can bring a brush hog back here and just keep this mowed so it doesn't keep growing back up. And then you can see some of the wood chips back there from all the material that we've been cutting up, and we're going to at some point use that as a base for like an interpretive nature trail back here. So,
well, again, I think the diversity of being a different job almost every day is the most appealing. The most satisfaction I've gotten out of this job is actually knowing that we're doing good for the public with educating them about the Army Corps of Engineers, about the Mount Morris Dam, and especially our flood risk management role, knowing that we're helping the community. And the greatest thing that I get out of work is actually working with my coworkers. We have one of the greatest teams that we've ever had down here, and it's a joy to come to work every day.